I never thought one harmless morning could explode into a full-blown legal circus. But here I was, accused of a hit-and-run, my name smeared across HOA gossip chats, and my so-called neighbor Karen screaming that I'd destroyed her car. It would have been funny if it hadn't been so insane. But the day the traffic camera exposed her lie, that's when everything flipped. It started on one of those two perfect mornings, coffee still hot, birds chirping, no emergencies from work. I should have known it was the calm before the storm. I was backing out of the grocery store parking lot, humming a song I didn't even like when Karen's white Lexus suddenly shot into reverse like she was auditioning for Fast and Furious Suburb Edition. I slammed my brakes hard. 3 feet of space between us. No crash, no sound, just 2 parked cars and one very dramatic woman. She jumped out heels, clicking like gunshots, clutching her tiny dog like it was a badge of authority. "You hit me!" she shrieked. I blinked. "Ma'am, I didn't even—" "Don't ma'am me! You hit my brand new Lexus!" I looked at her bumper, flawless. Not a dent, not even a dust mark. My reflection looked fine too, just slightly terrified. "There's no damage," I said calmly. "You reversed." I stopped. But Karen wasn't there for reasons, she was there for a performance. Within minutes, she had a phone pressed to her ear, calling the cops like she was reporting a national emergency. When the officer arrived, young, polite, already tired of existence, Karen launched into tears and theatrics. "Officer, this man rammed into me and tried to drive away." Her voice trembled like a bad soap actress. I hadn't even put my car in gear. I explained my side, offered to show them the store's security footage. The cop agreed. That's when her confidence cracked. "Oh, that's unnecessary," she muttered. But it was necessary. We all crowded around the store manager's tablet. The video played me backing up slowly, her car suddenly lurching backward, missing me by a foot. The officer replayed it. Twice. Then looked at her and said, "Ma'am, it appears you reversed into him." Karen's mouth opened and closed like a buffering video. "That can't be right. The camera must be old." "It was recorded 5 minutes ago," the cop said dryly. I could almost feel her fury radiating. She muttered something about fake technology and stormed off, her dog yapping behind her. The officer sighed. "You wouldn't believe how many of these we get." I chuckled. "Oh, I believe it." But I had no idea this wasn't over. 2 days later, I got a letter from her insurance company. Apparently, Karen had filed a claim saying I fled the scene after causing major damage. I laughed out loud, thinking it had to be a mistake. Then I saw her signature. Nope, she was serious. That's when it hit me. This woman wasn't just crazy, she was calculating. I called my insurance rep, who sighed the second I mentioned Karen's name. "Karen Peterson," she said. "You're not the first." Turns out Karen had a pattern filing exaggerated claims, winning small settlements because people didn't want the hassle. She'd scammed 2 drivers before me. But I wasn't backing down. I told the rep I had video-proof crystal-clear footage from 3 cameras. She perked up instantly. "Send it. We'll flag her file." That night I sent the video like I was delivering a bombshell. The next morning a traffic division investigator called me and he was laughing. "Sir, we saw the footage. Mind if we use it for a training presentation?" "Be my guest," I said. By noon I was sitting in a conference room surrounded by cops, insurance reps, and a guy with a laptop way too excited to hit play. The video rolled Karen reversing, jumping out, waving her arms like she'd been hit by a tank. The room erupted. One officer wiped tears from his eyes. She filed this as a hit and run. "Oh yeah," I said. "And apparently it's not her first." Then came the twist. There was another camera. A city traffic cam had caught her plate, time-stamped, GPS-logged public record. She couldn't escape this one. "The city has the footage too." The investigator grinned. "She's done." I wanted to believe that. But Karen wasn't the type to surrender. 3 days later, another letter arrived. This time from her lawyer. Except the letterhead was Comic Sans, and the threat was that I had 3 days to pay damages. Instead of panicking, I took my evidence straight to the police. Turns out they were already opening a case. Karen had filed a false police report. That night, for the first time, I actually felt tired. Not angry, just drained. I started asking myself if it was worth it. Maybe I should just let it go. My stomach twisted thinking about court paperwork and HOA gossip. I even wondered for a moment if somehow I had done something wrong. But then I remembered her smug voice. "You'll be sorry." That's when the switch flipped. No, not this time. I wasn't going to be another name on her list of victims. The next week, things got wild. The investigator called Mr. Hayes. "We visited Mrs. Peterson today. She denied everything until we mentioned the traffic footage. Then she said her brakes malfunctioned, and you appeared out of nowhere." I laughed. "Didn't know I could teleport." "Apparently you can," he replied. "She's being fined for insurance fraud and false reporting." I thought that was the end until karma kicked in with a sense of humor. Someone from the traffic office leaked a blurred version of the footage to a local Facebook group. The caption read, "When you try to scam someone but forget about cameras." It exploded. Within hours, thousands of comments. Classic Karen moment, she reversed like a torpedo. Even the dog looked embarrassed. One meme showed the dog's face with the caption, "You're on your own, lady." And Karen. She tried to defend herself under a fake account, but the internet detectives figured her out in minutes. They dug up her Yelp reviews, her HOA rants, her complaints to management. Every single one sounded like courtroom drama. She'd officially gone viral, for all the wrong reasons. Then came the final act. A month later, I got a subpoena, a hearing for filing a false report. It was open to the public. Of course I went. Front row, coffee in hand. Karen strutted in wearing giant sunglasses like she was hiding from paparazzi. Her lawyer, poor guy, looked like he wanted to disappear. When the judge asked for her statement, she went full Broadway. "This man tampered with city cameras to frame me." The judge raised an eyebrow. "Do you have evidence of this hacking?" She blinked. "Well, not evidence, but I feel like he did." The courtroom went silent. Then someone snorted. They played the footage on a big screen. Karen's SUV shot backward. Her voice echoed, "You hit me." The whole room burst out laughing. Even the bailiff tried not to smile. The judge paused. The video leaned forward and said, "Mrs. Peterson, not only did this man not hit you, you clearly reversed toward him." Karen's face went pale. "It's been tampered with," she yelled. "He has editing software, ma'am," the judge replied. "This is city surveillance footage." That was it. The court lost it. The judge ruled immediately in my favor. Karen was fined for false claims, her insurance dropped her, and police cited her for wasting resources. But the humiliation, that was the real punishment. Someone in the courtroom uploaded a clip titled, "Karen vs. Reality Round 2." It went viral faster than her Lexus ever could. The internet roasted her alive. One meme said, "When your lies get cross-examined by gravity." Another, "Breaking local woman sues physics for emotional distress." Businesses she'd complained about before started posting their own jokes. A local coffee shop even put up a sign, "Now serving coffee strong enough to handle Karen's try the Peterson blend." I didn't celebrate. I didn't need to. Justice had handled itself. But life in the neighborhood was different after that. Whenever I drove past the grocery store, people gave me thumbs up. Some shouted, "Watch out for reverse mode." It became an inside joke, the guy who survived Karen's cinematic meltdown. Months later, I saw her again. Different car, smaller, older. She pulled up next to me at a red light. For a second, we locked eyes. No yelling, no gestures, just quiet. She looked tired, and maybe, just maybe, sorry. The light turned green. She drove off. No drama this time. And as I sat there, I realized something. In a world full of people trying to twist the truth, sometimes you don't have to fight fire with fire. You just have to keep the camera rolling. Because karma doesn't always need your help. Sometimes it just needs a clear angle.